I'm Kanaya Austin. Pretend you're in class. Well, let me rephrase that. Let's pretend you're in another classroom, and the teacher passes you a handout. You think to yourself, great, another assignment. She instructs the class to listen as she reads over the guidelines. Towards the end of her lecture, she says, now this assignment is worth 40% of your final grade, and it is highly recommended that you complete it. Therefore, to make things fair, this assignment will be due at the end of the semester. You continue to do it on your desk and tuck the assignment away. You think to yourself, well, I have all this time to complete the assignment. Now pause. You would think everyone in that room would complete the assignment given 2 months in advance. But the truth is, no matter how far in advance your teacher gives you an assignment, there are people still, like me, who will wait until the night before at the last second. This is called procrastination. Any student's worst enemy. Today, we will look at 3 components relating to procrastination. What is it? Why do we do it? And how can we limit our procrastination? To begin, procrastination may be a big word to some, but its meaning is simple. Procrastination is simply putting off or delaying something until later. According to the American Psychological Association, between 80 and 95% of college students procrastinate on their schoolwork. I remember one time I had a 5-page paper due for a class that needed to be submitted at midnight. I began working on it around 7 p.m. after getting home from many activities that day. It was about 9:20 and I had finally completed my paper. Exhausted, I went to log on and submit the assignment. It had been thundering and lightning outside, and to my surprise, the power went out. Not only did the power go out, the assignment didn't save. The power went out for a whole hour. Luckily, the entire paper wasn't gone. Apparently, I had only saved 3 pages to my file, and I had little over an hour to complete what was missing. I ended up turning that paper in at 11:55 p.m. Now, this is not to say everyone's story will turn out like mine. Some people can procrastinate until the point of failure. According to the Procrastination Research Group, 1 out of 5 people have chronic procrastination, meaning that they procrastinate so bad until the point they jeopardize their jobs, their credit, their health, or maybe even their relationships. Secondly, we have all procrastinated at some point. This could be writing a paper, doing the laundry, paying fees, or simply just waiting the last minute to do something. Everyone procrastinates, but not everyone is a procrastinator. A quote from Joseph Ferrari, a psychological professor at DePaul University in Chicago. According to Dr. Ferrari, there are 3 different types of procrastination: arousal, avoiders, and decisional procrastinators. Arousal procrastinators enjoy the thrill or the rush of getting a task done at the last minute. Avoiders tend to fear failure or fear success. Decisional procrastinators cannot make a decision. If you are a procrastinator, you can determine which one you may be. But have you ever wondered, why do we procrastinate? The reason we procrastinate is because we are overwhelmed. Sometimes, when we are introduced to a large number of tasks, we tend to shut down. Laziness can also lead to procrastination. We tend to look to distractions such as social media, TV, or maybe even our friends and family to avoid the task at hand. These things, along with the lack of motivation and not knowing what to start, all play a part in this cycle. Now that we know what procrastination is and what causes it, let's take a look at how to prevent it. The first way we can limit procrastination is to break the task into smaller pieces. We tend to see a task as one big picture. This often leaves us feeling overwhelmed. For example, if you have an assignment due Friday, spend each day of the week working on a small portion at a time. Another way would to be find out what times work best for you. Are you a morning person, or do you work better in the afternoon? Maybe even after dinner? Determining what time is best for you to work on a task will help limit your procrastination. You are less likely to procrastinate when you are at your peak time. Another way to limit procrastination would be to create false deadlines. Set your clock 15 minutes or more ahead of time to keep you on target. The incorrect time tells us to be on time. If it's a deadline, tell yourself it's due 2 days before. Then hold yourself to the new deadline. In conclusion, now that we know what procrastination is, why we do it, and what we can do to limit our procrastination, we are on the right track to living a successful and productive life. A famous quote of Charles Dickens, "My advice is to never do tomorrow what you can do today." Thank you.